first time since the early days of COVID in February, March 2020, I'm starting to hear Chinese are happy, optimistic, and patriotic. We're seeing some green shoots of optimism in the last 2-3 weeks on consumer confidence, and it's really being driven by two things: a cartoon, Nujia 2, and DeepSeek, the language learning model. But I think to get to your question, Sri, Chinese are excited and patriotic that there is a cartoon that's going to surpass Frozen, that's going to surpass Inside Out 2 in terms of overall sales. But more importantly, the quality of the film is great. Not only is the technical quality, but the storytelling. We've interviewed Chinese consumers who went there, loved it, and it's simply more catered towards what the local Chinese audience wants. So Eunice was talking a lot about geopolitics and sort of rising anti-Americanism, which is why they're not seeing Captain America. I just don't think that's true. That doesn't fit what I'm seeing on the ground in China. It's not so much anti-Americanism, but more pride in being Chinese. And to show that, you're seeing that Chinese are traveling all over the country right now to visit Nujia 2 related temples, Nujia 2 related mountaintops. So it's about patriotism. It's more positive than the negative slant Eunice just gave.
Interesting. So you can do a tour as well. So let's bring it back to the market, Shaun. You touched on this. MSCI China near its October peak. And it's the DeepSeek effect. It's Xi's literal and figurative embrace of the tech titans like Jack Ma and the private sector. Is that resilience that you talk of going to last when there is this Damoclean sword of tariffs hanging over China?
Well, I think there's a question of why did it take 7 years for Xi Jinping to have a symposium with business leaders? So his last time meeting was in 2018. So it was great that he did this show. It got local investors, international investors really excited. But we need to make sure that there's still more. So in the coming 2 sessions meetings in March, we need to make sure that there's meat on the bone and that there are actually policies that are going to show that China is going to help the innovation in China that's not directed by the state, that China is going to make sure that it's okay to be rich again. It's okay maybe not to be too greedy, but a little greedy. I think one of the problems the last 5-6 years since Xi met with entrepreneurs, Sri, is that Chinese businessmen have lost their animal spirits. So we need to make sure we have meat on the bone. If I was an investor right now, I would sell the Alibabas, sell all the AI-related stocks, and then wait a week or two, maybe buy on the dip. But I'd be putting more money towards IP, kind of like what we talked about with Nujia 2 getting so big. I'd be looking at movie theaters, some of the big production houses, and I would be buying Pop Mart, because Pop Mart has great Chinese IP right now, and they're spreading all over Southeast Asia into Thailand and even where you are in Singapore.